Chapter 976! Oh, fuck. It's the fucking fish. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our second post-RadCon podcast. It's good to be back out of Wano. And the new big ol' One Piece lecture is out.
Yeah.
Featuring both me and Give and Take here. And,
I was there.
You were there. It was a great time. We all talked about One Piece for a million years. You should go check it out. It's 5 hours long on the Best Guy Ever channel. That's stop off at that shanty town with those ragamuffin rapscallion pirate boys. It was very educational, canon, pirate adventure stuff. Yes. Excellent. Will we ever find One Piece or do whatever it is narratively that we're doing on our ship? Find out. No.
Oh. Is the answer to that never.
But beyond that, so go click the link in the description or whatever. It's a great time. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Beyond that, we've got Chapter 976. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Coach Z, pronounced with an OZ. There's a throwback.
I'm a man of wealth and taste, as they say.
Oh, by the way, cover page, or cover of Shonen Jump, rather.
Yeah.
Gold Roger, Odin, and Luffy, looking very cool.
Yeah, they're looking very cool. This is like when somebody's taken a picture and only one person has realized that somebody has a camera and the other two they haven't really noticed yet. So only Luffy's probably looking at us.
He's probably got his other arm stretched out really long like a selfie stick around the edge to do a cool selfie. Yeah, that's Mike. I can't see his other arm. Maybe his other arm is firmly on Roger's ass, and his cock is holding the camera as it stretches out, which I'm sure he finds very convenient a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. Cool cover page. Looks great. Glad to see One Piece.
Got a double color spread as well with all the guys with the Tontatta tribe making shoes.
It's the play on the whole the dwarves that made shoes or whatever it is, or something. That story, little old lady who lived in a shoe, maybe were they dwarves?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it was the dwarves that made shoes at night or whatever it was. And
I don't know
that story.
There's multiple things I know about dwarves and shoes.
Yeah.
Living in shoes, building shoes. I like what Zoro's made. It doesn't look like anything.
Oh, he's a fuck up is what he is. He's not good at this. Zoro's good at one thing, and it's cutting shit up. He's not good at putting it back together.
I really like Luffy's shirt there. Good shoes take you to good places. In like a 60s
I do like that.
Psychedelic.
Oh, and I just noticed Luffy's two shoes he's made. One's the Going Merry, one's the Thousand Sunny that he's holding up with the little decals on the front. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Nice.
Other reference, you'll notice that on Usopp's bandana he's wearing on his head says Doskoi Panda. That is canonically a famous clothing brand in the world of One Piece. You see it everywhere, but there it is again. Cool. Well done, Oda. Also, I was really curious what Nami's apron there says, because it's cut off. It says, I'm Akainu is probably what it says. Oh shit, spoilers, Oda. Why'd you have to reveal that? It was a split personality thing all along. Oh boy. When she gets real mad, her orange hair turns red, aka magma. It was a secret all along. The only time we've seen Akainu on screen, Nami was canonically not visible. So I'm just saying, it could be accurate. Okay, there you go. That's my contention. So moving on.
Onto the chapter. The other guys, the other 9 red scabbards, are very aware that Kinemon was not a genius, and they're trying to get him to admit that it's fine, dude. If you literally are stupid, that's okay.
That he fucked up the port thing and all the things from last chapter were a complete coincidence. Epic. I think he's a bit of a silly Billy, Kinemon, but I still like him and respect him, and I forgive him for this grand mistake.
Yeah.
He's a cool man.
They're all... Basically, everyone's just thinking, like, well, we're all here. I guess let's go and die. Let's go and die and fight Kaido and Orochi. And this is all...
That pretty much sums it up. I like the line about, I've used up a lifetime's worth of luck today. And they're like, no, you used up, like, literally all of our luck together with this shit. Which is fair and appropriate, so fair enough. Everyone loves Kinemon, though. You know, I'll say it. I'll say it. Is Kinemon really that cool? I mean, what has he, like, done, you know? What has he really done that's that cool? The coolest thing he did was in the Odin flashback, I thought. He was, like, a leader, kind of like the Zoro of the group.
I feel like he's, yeah, definitely a Zoro, or, like, you know, second in command. Probably in strength, although that's not been, like, confirmed anywhere.
Yeah.
He was, like, sort of on par with Ashura Doji in that one battle they did. Or
was that true? I don't remember that.
Well, they didn't.
When they were fighting Kaido?
No. When they were fighting each other, like before Ashura Doji agreed to join up with them.
That's true. The two kind of were sparring. Okay, you know, I had forgotten about that. I guess it's really that we haven't seen Kinemon like do a fight. I'm gonna say literally ever. I think the only time he's had like anything like sword skill was cutting that explosion in
he cut
Punk
the explosion
Hazard, which was
in Punk
cool.
Hazard.
Remember how you used to cut fire, Kinemon? Is that narratively going to come up again? Please?
It will.
I don't know.
There's no way it will not before he stops being part
Oh my
of
god,
the
he
crew.
needs to cut Kaido's fire blast. He needs to cut that, have a big moment of
that would
saving
be
the
epic.
team. That would be so sick. Yes, please. Cutting dragon fire? God damn, that'd be good.
But I feel like
we'll see.
Generally, since he's like the first guy that Odin had on his team, people see him as like number one.
Yeah.
So they just sort of like
agree.
gravitate towards him being like, you know, more experienced, maybe, you know, a better leader, and he's very stoic and all that. He's very samurai.
All I'm saying is I want to see some action. I want to see some stuff, which I'm sure now is the time for that to happen. Right now, I kind of feel like Kawamatsu and Ashura Doji are like the strongest. If I had to guess, I would pick those two. But because like they've both done things that are impressive. One cucked Jack, and Kawamatsu's kind of been a badass in most appearances. But whatever, we'll see. We'll see as it goes. I'm sure Oda will deliver.
Yeah. Speaking of
Please,
Kawamatsu, he does his old fishman thing. He swims.
Indeed.
And he swims real fast over to Kanjuro and Momonosuke to try and rescue him, as Kanjuro draws a big old swan thing, a crane maybe, on the ground. And he flies up. He gets out of there. Or he blocks him first with his big paintbrush. I never really noticed that is probably his katana, is his paintbrush.
Yeah, I think we've seen him use it a couple times in sort of this style. I mean, the like the handle of it looks like the hilt of a katana,
It's
even
got
though
the
obviously
same like wrapping with the diamond thing.
Yeah. I don't really know like what practical use that would have. I assume Kawamatsu, even historically, has fought using his like ink golems or whatever to do the actual
Kanjuro,
fighting and hitting and stuff, or maybe use it like a club. I don't know. I think he's had this fruit as long as we've known him.
We've seen him use his sword at least once, right?
I think, you know, I couldn't tell you. I don't know off the top of my head.
I feel like I've seen him have
fights.
a sword in his hand, so whatever.
Maybe. But by the way, somebody pointed this out. I meant to go look this up. I didn't get around to it. Someone was saying that like I wanted to go look at when the beginning of Zou, when he drew that like shittily drawn dragon that climbed up, you know, Ryunosuke or whatever, which was adorable. Everybody loved that. People were saying in comments section somewhere that like he was clearly like holding his ink brush in his left hand when he was doing that, and now we can clearly see he's holding it in his right. So I didn't check that, but it would be kind of cool to be like, oh, that's kind of one excuse for why his art was so shitty.
Yeah.
He had just been drawing with his left hand the whole time. Somebody let me know if that's true. I just didn't go back to check, but that'd be kind of a cool detail if so.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably true. It's a sort of like subtle hint that Oda would put. Well, not that it's really a hint, because if he said he was
you wouldn't know if
the whole time,
he's...
yeah.
But I mean, now that he's just, either way, either that or he just is drawing better. Seeing like this really cool heron or whatever looks beautiful, and he's got obviously skill. And like Ryunosuke, this is kind of plot relevant to that, because they had to climb, he made a dragon you assumed could fly, because dragons have flown before, and now we're seeing... like the dragon had to physically climb up the wall. It was really funny and sad, kind of. But now he just draws a big heron that can easily fly. So he had that power all along.
Did I mention last time that I want Nico Robin to fight Kanjuro because now the cute dragon that she loves, he doesn't draw that anymore.
Oh, that'd be so awesome. That would be
it's
so
like,
cool.
how dare you? Like he draws like the dragon again, but it's like a scary dragon, and she's like, how dare you make him not cute?
Oh my god, that would be so satisfying if he did, because Robin's the one who had like the biggest connection to Ryunosuke. Oh my god, that would be like funny and cool. And I mean, let's be real. Kanjuro, he does some cool stuff. He doesn't need like a big epic battle.
No.
He just needs like a little, wrap up to his traitor arc or something. That would be, oh god, please let that happen. And Robin gets a little bit of a fight if so. Oh, that'd be perfect.
I feel like if that does happen, it would be like Robin doing a thing to cripple him, and then one of the like Kinemon or someone finishing him off as like a battle, one of the Red Scabbards, because that's like a traitor sort of thing. Fuck you. That needs, Robin can and should be involved, but I don't know whether it should be the entire fight with her.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because he is more connected to, like, the Scabbards or whatever. I kind of feel like they're sort of setting up a little bit like a rivalry between, last chapter and this one. Kinemon's the one who, like, slashes Ink Self. Like, a Kinemon versus him as, like, the final battle. Like, that'd be an appropriate, like, kind of epic battle for Kinemon. If Kinemon got a cool fight where, like, this guy's using his weird, like, ink powers and, maybe Kinemon's able to pull out some cool fire-cutting stuff. I don't know. And, like, a samurai versus samurai grudge match would be a pretty appropriate fight for like, that, like, scale of power level, And so,
we were talking a while ago about, like, how because of Denjiro turning, good now, that there's no swordsman, really, that we know of on the bad guy side. But, of course, Kanjuro is a swordsman. He has his power, but he's also, he's a scabbard. He probably uses a sword.
That's true, but I think it's a stretch to call him a swordsman, though. I to date don't remember ever seeing him actually holding a sword. He seems to exclusively fight with his ink golems, as far as I remember.
He might be able to draw a sword, like, literally.
Okay, that'd be fine. I could accept that theoretically, but he doesn't immediately jump out as the kind of, like, the ideal version of what, like, a sword samurai man I'd want for Zoro. It could be done.
Well, not for Zoro, but, like, in general, that there's a swordsman, that there could be a samurai battle now, because he's on the enemy team.
That's true. That's true. And as he flies up here, he's saying some pretty ominous things now that the facade has dropped, like even if you catch me, it's over for the Kozuki. And he's like, I'm going to go find Hiyori and kill her. Which is a pretty fucked up thing to say, right to Kawamatsu's face, who's the one who raised her and stuff. So that's pretty fucked up. Obviously Kinemon's calling him out for, you could do good designs, as I said before. And off Kinemon goes, flying off in his heron. Oh, Kanjuro, right. No, all these fucking names. Well, Momonosuke cries about, I'm too high, please, someone save me. And now, of course, everyone's reacting to Momonosuke being carried off.
Luffy and the gang, they're sort of catching up. Like, what's going on, Kanjuro,
now, real quick, before we move on from this, you said, like, a Robin versus Kanjuro fight would be cool. So, okay, you got a guy right now in like, the narrative, like, flying away on a bird with Momonosuke. Okay, they've got to get Momonosuke. So, like, I was just thinking, and I'm glad Oda does a little thing here, where we see there are many things that the Straw Hats can do about people trying to escape via flight. Sanji canonically can fly, basically, so we see him doing his fly thing. We see fucking, I don't know, Usopp is like, I'll snipe him down. Yeah. But then, the one thing that surprises me the most is Robin is like, we have to save him. She looks like she's doing her Hana Hana pose. Yeah. I'm just a little, why isn't she instantly able to just, like, kill him the way she does all the time with her power, which is exactly what it's good for? You know what I mean? Like, I know Oda can't write it that way. And okay, and let me I'll finish my point about what's going on here. I appreciate that Oda does a thing immediately to explain why guys like Usopp and Sanji can't do it, because Kanjuro pulls out a weird new power where he makes an ink cloud appeared, and it makes this, like, hail of ink daggers rain down from the sky, which is a really cool power that we've never seen before. Obviously, this man's been hiding a lot of his abilities, so I really want to see, like, a fight with this guy. So, like, Sanji has to, like, save Nami from the ink rain or whatever, and Usopp obviously can't see him, and Robin, since she can't see Kinemon, or Kanjuro, wouldn't be able to use her power. My only question is, while she still can see him, why wasn't she able to just snap his fucking back, in that way?
I think, alright, I don't know whether this has ever been explicitly stated, but I feel like just being able to see something is not enough. She needs to be within a certain radius to make something appear.
I was gonna say, because Oda, the explanation that is reasonable, and they are a little bit away, so this could be it. It's that Oda, I believe, specifically stated that Robin's Robin's devil fruit has a limited range of 77 hana-hanas, is what I remember. Did Oda specify what a hana-hana is? No. No, he did not.
Could that mean, like, when she makes an arm appear and then another arm appear on that? Like, that was enough?
Like, one arm length is a hana-hana? Or I mean, maybe,
so, like,
but we have no idea.
When Usopp was falling through Skypiea clouds...
That's exactly what I was going to mention. Yeah.
Like, how many hana-hanas was that?
Just for everyone's frame of reference, there was when they first get to Skypiea, because that's exactly what I wanted to mention. This is like the biggest example. Usopp fell all the way through the cloud to the bottom, which was pretty thick. And Luffy did an arm stretch all the way down through the cloud. Robin had made eyes appear so she could spot him. And then from way on the other side of the cloud, she then extended a bunch of arms to snag Usopp from there. So... that seemed pretty far. Okay, you know what? I mean, obviously, it's fun to me to think of these things.
77 hana-hanas. If you think of that as an arm length, what is an arm's length? Like a...
I mean, that's an assumption, but...
almost a meter, kind of?
Maybe a meter, yeah. Something like that.
So, like, 77 meters, let's say.
So,
I mean, he could be further than that.
That seems to make Sky Island pretty fucking thin. But I guess it could be. I guess it could be. I mean, how long can... Luffy also, canonically, can stretch his arm, as I recall. I believe it was 56 gomus, which, again, an unspecified distance.
That fucking jokester.
He fucking is memeing us down to the very end. Okay, so I'm prepared to accept. It looks like Robin... I mean, I appreciate that Oda is specifically trying to address Sanji can fly, Usopp has long-distance attacks. Like, why couldn't they get him? And, like, we seen Robin in her pose to, like, do her attack. I assume he was just out of range. So, that's fine. I'm glad that
there's always ways to make it so that she can reach him, but then Kanjuro, like... notices it and stops her. You know, it's not like
this is just one of those things. Robin's powers are just too good. They're broken.
It's not that it's like completely broken because it's you know, there's ways to have it be that Robin couldn't like completely take him over because he's quite physically strong. I'm assuming. Sure. But like it still would take like extra panels to explain that she made the hands appear and then he shook them off or something. Rather than the one panel it takes to have, like, Sanji be blocked by a cloud.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm satisfied by this. I wanted to kind of get my thought process out. 'Cause this is how I think about One Piece every time. In every situation, I analyze, like, okay, logically, what would happen here? And you know what? Oda did a good job. So this is really me congratulating Oda. I thought this was pretty reasonable. And because I have read the SBS, and I know the lore about the distance of attacks, I'm pretty satisfied. What if Oda thought about that? I bet he did. I bet he did as he was writing this.
I do like how Kendra is drawing with his hair. I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, it's a new thing, and it looks really cool.
Reminds me of Okami, where his design, the wolf god Okami, has a puffy sort of tail, and on the tip of the tail is like black ink, and that is canonically how he draws with his tail.
Gib. It's she. God is a woman. Ariana Grande clarified that for us.
Whoops.
Yeah. She had just played a lot of Okami and wanted to let the world know. It's pretty cool.
Dog gendered.
Anyway, this is really cool, and it is setting up Kanjuro to be like more intimidating than we thought he was, and it works because he was like a covert agent. He didn't want these guys to know all his powers. Pretty cool. Pretty cool moment. I like it. And this power of making this fucking giant rain of ink daggers, pretty intimidating. I like it.
Yeah, suddenly he is not boring.
Yeah, it's true. That's exactly true. Okay, I do have another point, but let's continue and talk about Momo and stuff. So Momo asked them to stop killing his friends. Kanjuro says, nope, gonna kill them all. Your mother's dead, Odin's dead, you're a piece of shit,
all she
your
did
dad
was
a piece
like,
of shit.
Extended the time of their death by 20 years. It's all inevitable. You're gonna lose. Mwahaha.
And you are like the worthless leader. You are not cool. You're a shitty leader. Fuck you.
You're a coward. You're a baby.
Cool. Yeah.
You're not like Odin. And then Momonosuke is like shivering, shaking, like, well,
just shitting
sure.
himself.
Sure, I'm not like my father. I'm not the coolest, but I'm still gonna try real hard. I'm gonna, through tears, he's gonna declare that he's gonna get himself out of this, and you guys go and defeat Kaido and Orochi, and we have to protect Wano, and I got resolve.
He's trying to say, like, let the plan not be distracted by my well-being. I will figure things out. I'm a man. I'm a warrior, a samurai of Wano. I'll take care of it. You guys worry about Kaido. I'll handle this situation. Pretty cool. Pretty manly moment. I respect it. Even Luffy's obviously impressed. Calls him a man. Fuck yeah. It's good stuff.
Now, what is you were talking a while ago about, like, Orochi versus Momonosuke as, like, a battle for Momonosuke to do. At the moment, if Kanjuro is flying away with Momonosuke and Momonosuke has no help, he will have to either come across someone who can help him, maybe DX Drake or whatever, someone who isn't currently here going to Onigashima, because Kanjuro might not be going there himself. He's going to look for Hiyori, which she's not on Onigashima. She's out back on Wano somewhere.
Well, hang on. Look at the page
I would assume.
Where I see what you're saying. Well, okay, look at the page, because I was a little confused about this too, but I had a different thought. If you look where Luffy says, like, we're friends after all to Momonosuke as they're flying away, it really looks like in the panels below that we see, Kanjuro with Momonosuke on his back, and they really look like the next panel is we see Onigashima in the distance, and it really looks like the bird's flying to Onigashima. So okay, I think that's
maybe he's gonna put Momonosuke on Onigashima, like lock him up, and then go look for Hiyori.
Yeah. He's a valuable hostage, so I mean, what I predict will happen. I mean, we had said before, we thought that Hiyori might show up or be kidnapped because, wasn't there a hint before that Hiyori's whereabouts were known? And yeah, that was like a big thing we mentioned like a couple chapters ago, where it looked like her location had been leaked, and she'll probably show up as like a hostage, or Kanjuro says, I'm gonna go fucking kill her. So maybe he will drop off Momonosuke, go snag Hiyori, and then reappear on Onigashima like after a while has passed or something, and then be like, this is my, trump card or whatever, even if they freed Momonosuke or something.
And that's when the battle happens. I was thinking at some point, like, Momonosuke would have to beat Kanjuro himself, but, yeah, I guess it's more likely that Kanjuro will be fighting someone more suited to his fighting style, I suppose.
I mean, who would fucking... okay, well, I won't say who, but there are certain characters who are very good at using water, who would utterly devastate Kanjuro's attempts at using ink. I'm just saying, that sure would be an easy win, probably. Okay, but by the way, I was going to say about Momonosuke being carried off here. Now, I have to think back for a moment. All the things about how the Straw Hats couldn't get to Momonosuke, that's fine. But something in my brain is telling me that Momonosuke has access to certain abilities, such as, literal flight. Literal actual flight he can do in real life. That if he were to, say, leap off, and just for example, if he turned into a dragon who can fly, literally, in the narrative of One Piece, that this whole situation might be resolved a bit more easily.
I feel like, since he's just a boy and he's not, like, fully in control of his devil fruit, that if he jumped off, Kanjuro would just fly down and grab him and then bring him back.
I agree. I agree. I find it a little surprising Oda didn't, like, reference the fact that he is if there was a panel of he tries to escape as a dragon and Kanjuro just, like, denies him.
I think that might happen, like, later. Like,
that'd be fine. That'd be understandable. He is a kid. I'm not trying to put too much on the guy, but, like, I just wanted to mention, let's not forget, Momonosuke hasn't transformed in, like, a long time. He is a dragon man and can fly. So I will certainly want to see.
He can create, like, clouds that he can stand on.
Right.
He can literally fly.
It's the same it's the same way flying that it's a little bit different. Like Doflamingo can, like, use his strings to hook between clouds, but Momonosuke can make the clouds, so that's even better at stuff. But it's true, he doesn't have full control over it. We've seen that. He's still learning. So okay, fair enough. But he's also over the water, so he probably could just leap off. Oh, but he does have a devil fruit. I guess he would, or like an artificial one. Probably would drown and die, I guess.
Yeah, if they couldn't reach him.
Fair enough. Okay, anyway, good luck, Momonosuke. Survive. Luffy will save you. You're friends. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. We need you to impregnate, I don't know, Hiyori, so we can have another, another heir. We've got to keep it in the family. That would be ideal. That'll be good. Okay, anyway. So off they go. Luffy's headed to Onigashima. We're going to go get him. Let's deal with these ships. A lot of ships in front of us. That's not good.
Well, they're all allied ships, so...
Oh, well, there's like 2 enemy ships, or 1 or something still there.
They're
blew trying
up
to
one.
escape.
One of them is escaping, and then I guess another one is just a nearby. And yeah, they're sort of reuniting. Denjiro's here.
Oh, yeah. I read the fucking...
What's wrong with your face?
What's wrong with your face? Literally. Based Raizo. Proves to be the best boy again. Raizo's line was really shitty in, like, the Viz translation. And that's what made me be like, ugh, I'm not reading this. Oh, wait, no. Okay. He says, what happened to your face? In Viz. That was fine. And then in Viz, Denjiro replies, plenty. Let's hurry. But in the other translation I found, he just says, like, a lot happened. You know what? Reading it back, neither of those are too bad. Okay, never mind. Both are fine. It's acceptable. But anyway, so there. Denjiro's back with the team. Everyone's assembled. Hooray. Let's go save Kinemon. Or let's go save Momonosuke. I'm a little surprised why Kinemon is so certain. He says, like, I presume Momonosuke won't get his life taken soon. But...
I think what he's saying there is that the fact that Kenjiro didn't slit his throat means that he's going to be a hostage. So he's not going to be immediately killed.
I mean, he did just threaten, like, Hiyori. Hiyori's also a pretty MVP hostage. Well, okay, I guess both of them are, like, they're going to hold both of them to, like, control the samurai, I guess. That would probably, yeah. All right, fair enough.
Law gets annoyed.
Based law. Get the fuck off my ship. I hate samurai. You guys like fucking stupid shit. I'm cool.
He says while holding a giant sword over his back.
A giant fucking, what do you call it, Nodachi. Fucking weeb. I remember how Law does not like bread, but loves rice. Fucking weeb. You'd think he'd love these guys.
Probably has like hamburgers with rice instead of buns.
Embarrassing. Thank God we cut from the virgin Law to the Chad kid and says, we're not staying behind the Straw Hats. Let's go. Rah, rah. Off they go. Based. But then,
long distance explosion bullet, for a cannonball, that's what it is. A cannonball hits them from the ship that was running away. They got long range cannons that look like...
Hey, those look cool.
They look like those sort of anti-air, anti-naval...
Yeah.
The sort of giant cannons you'd see in a naval base.
Looks cool. And, of course, built by the famous Wano weapons factories that the Kid Pirates, or the Beast Pirates are so famous for. Pretty cool. By the way, I just noticed, I was reading the kanji of the Beast Pirates, I was looking at the wiki page or whatever, and it really is spelled in kanji, the 100 Beast Pirates. That's like how it is. I just like the term 100 Beast. I think it's cool. I think I'm just going to call them that, interchangeably with the Beast Pirates, because it sounds cool. Okay, but whatever.
Oh yeah, it's like calling the Straw Hat Pirates the Straw Pirates, or the Hat Pirates. You're missing half of it.
The full name of the Straw Hats is the Mugiwara, which means Straw Hat Pirates. But the Beast Pirates, like kanji is 100, then like animal or something, and then pirates. So I'm just saying,
yeah,
it's
100
like
Beast Pirates. Like if you just say Beast Pirates, it's like saying
it's like an
Hat
abbreviation.
Pirates.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right, fair enough. Sure. Okay, no matter. Anyway, they're getting completely fucked, and we see at least one of their ships get cucked.
Like one of their ships earlier get like big explosion, probably not seaworthy. So I don't know, like there's like 200 men who are now unable to fight.
Yeah, probably
immediately losing numbers.
I'm gonna assume. I'm assuming most of those guys will probably be able to survive and make it to other ships. I mean, whatever. It's not going to change their numbers too much. I'm sure some of them died. Although this is One Piece, so we need a big flashback for every random member of this pirate attack force.
Like all of them, they have like many different devil fruits, but they all do the same thing. They are immune to dying from explosions.
Survive explosion devil fruits. Each and every one of them.
They're all smile devil fruits, so that's why they're the same.
Right, makes sense. So there you go. Oh no, we're being attacked. Let's go kill those guys. Here we go. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, 2 more
all
gets
of a sudden,
blown up. It's like shit. A lot of these boats are gonna sink because they're so far away, and we can't match them in long distance. So this is actually really bad. But then, what's this?
Ooh,
It's Yarinami. It's a big sploosh attack.
Nami? I love that character.
It's a big sploosh attack. Cut water slice from the ocean.
There it is.
All the cannons get blowed up. And here he is.
Oh, Lord. And then it's time for a big speech. First, let me introduce myself. It is, in fact, Coach Z, pronounced with an OC. No. He's straight from the bottom of the Fishman Kingdom, coming to kill these boys, something rhymes. Boom. I met Luffy. I became best friends. Yayo. Chopper's doctoring. Jinbei's Knight of the Sea-ing. There he is, everybody. Oh,
Jinbei's drivering.
Jinbei's drivering.
Jinbei, take the wheel. That'll be a new thing of like the...
Oh my god, for the next, I don't know, if A does more, the 4chan board, songs, should make a song called Jinbei Take the Wheel. Oh, there he is. It's Jinbei, Knight of the Sea, introduced as helmsman of the Straw Hat Pirates. Well, 438 million berry bounty. There he is, everybody. He's official. Now, in my fucking lecture that I released, 1 day before this chapter came out, I'm like, isn't it weird and fucked up that Jinbei's, not in the crew and, hasn't been visible? Literally the next day, Jinbei appears on screen. Why would you do that to me, Oda? Anyway, so he survived. So, obviously, we've got questions. How did he survive? Where are the other fishmen pirates? He did not cuck Luffy. And I gotta say, oh my god, I get it. Luffy's got the star eyes, right? He's got the star eyes looking at Jinbei. Fucking big dick. He's gonna split Nico Robin wide fucking open with his fat fish cock. Literally gonna cuck every single member of the crew. You remember how every member of the Straw Hats was in love with adventure? That's all changed. Now they're all in love with Jinbei. Jinbei is the best character in One Piece.
It is.
Oh,
it is
thank
a
God.
little bit funny that multiple occasions there have been Jinbei, hey guys, you like Jinbei. Hey audience of One Piece, you love Jinbei. He's so
overselling
cool.
it. He's overselling it.
A little bit overselling it.
Remember when Brook joined? And remember when Brook joined? Okay, there's such a difference. It's just literally the members of the crew were revolted at the idea of Brook being a part of the thing, and that made us love him because he was so casual about it. We loved that. It endeared us to him.
And it was really funny for Luffy, oh, I want a dead guy on my crew. He's a scary, spooky skeleton. Please join my crew.
Yeah,
and
it was
he just
awesome.
said, yeah, okay. It was really funny.
Yeah, yes. Want to join the crew? Yes.
Yep.
And then over an entire arc where we learned all this crazy backstory about how we Laboon history and stuff about Brook. Naturally, we're oh my god, this guy is so cool. He's actually got, cool fighting powers. I want him to join. I'm just saying, it was natural. It never felt forced. It was all exactly the way it should be. It was just like Usopp joining back in the day. Natural as fucking pumpkin pie, baby. And you know what? I've been thinking. I'm not trying to come down too hard on the Jinbei thing. Jinbei's here. I gotta get used to it. He's the helmsman.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean,
that's fine.
Him being the helmsman is fine. I think his reintroduction here is actually pretty good, because we were thinking, is he gonna kill Kaido? Is that when he's gonna come back? There's gonna be a dire moment in the middle of the battle, and everyone needs to be saved, and Jinbei's gonna no, it's unlikely that would have happened, but worst case scenario. But instead, it's before the battle, with a relatively minor nuisance. They would have been able to catch up with the ship and killed it, but Jinbei ended up... Yeah, it was a good way to handle it.
Oda is okay. I disagree only in one sense. Oda is manufacturing incredibly low stakes situations for Jinbei to save the crew from. Remember that whole green room thing or whatever, where he showed off what a cool helmsman he was during the end of Whole Cake or whatever? Or was that the beginning? I don't remember. Whatever. And we were all oh, it's almost like the Straw Hats have infinite ways to deal with this problem, and a helmsman is not required. So it feels like this should have been early One Piece, but it's happening now. This new thing right now of these long range cannons that we have no way to deal with these long range cannons. What can we do?
I feel like this is more natural because we're dealing with a nation that is been plagued with factories and weapons creations, it seems appropriate that a brand new, dangerous long-range cannon is like an extra thing that Jinbei can come out of nowhere and save us from.
No,
I feel like
agree.
This is like different from like suddenly Nami's navigation powers are not good enough to steer a ship in the right way.
Okay, sure.
Like this is different from that.
Well, but I kind of disagree in the sense that, like, in this, I agree. The weapons being here is totally natural. I don't think that, like, Big Mom creating a giant tidal wave is unnatural. I think that was a perfectly fine thing to write in and have the Straw Hats deal with in some way. It's just that, like, Jinbei as the solution to that problem, yes, it works. It's fine. But it like, for example, here's just one example. Luffy could literally, remember what he used to do in the old days? He'd do a literal Gomu Gomu no rocket, fly over to that ship instantly, and destroy every member of that crew in 1 fucking second, with like a gear third kick to the ship and break it in fucking half. Like, there are many ways to deal with this problem.
True, but like, no cannon, like, I feel like the distance has been, like, explained to be too far for something like that, because it's a longer range cannon. They're much further away.
Usopp alone could snipe the shit out of every member of that fucking ship. I have no doubt, if he wanted to. I mean, that's... Okay. Look, the only point I'm making... Here's why I say any of these points. Jinbei was a fucking Shichibukai. He's, like, so fucking important and strong in the narrative. And weirdly... Like, the best things about Jinbei are his ability to steer out of a fucking wave one time, or like, this is what's highlighted to show how useful he is, and then also to deal with, you know, like, a ship that's far away shooting at them. As if they can't just fucking Gomu Gomu no balloon back every fucking one of them. How many times have Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy themselves dealt with being shot at by cannons from, like, ways away? They just balloon and kick them back slice them in half.
I agree with the whole balloon thing. I haven't seen Fusen in a fucking long time, and I want it back.
Because it's undignified for our fucking fucking Goro.
But it works. It works here only because there's loads of ships, and they're firing at the samurai ships rather than the Straw Hat one.
Well,
the Straw Hats can defend themselves, but like they have to. Like, these ships are all spread out. Multiple different ships are being blown up. It's sort of you know. It works.
Okay, well, I've made my point. And, okay, the only other thing is that, of course, again, look, I understand why, but how many times has Luffy in the series, do you think, had this kind of starry eyes? Like, we usually see it when Frankie uses a laser beam, which is way cooler than Jinbei showing up to do something. Like, it almost, like, never happens. And it's being used on this moment. And you know what? To go back in history, okay. Like, Jinbei has a 438 million berry bounty, by the way, now that he's not a Shichibukai anymore. I just want to point out, now that he's a member of the Straw Hats, he is now the second most wanted member of the crew. Like, Zoro, not an issue. Forget Zoro. He's trash. Who cares? Jinbei should be second in command now. He's literally better than Zoro, more experienced, more powerful. Why do we need Zoro anymore? Why do we need Sanji? I'm just saying, this is like in an RPG when a more experienced character joins the crew, and you know what? I never use those characters. You know why? Because they're fucking boring, and I didn't build them up from anything. I like to use the guys I've known since day fucking one. Jinbei's been, like, Yes, he's been in the narrative since, like, Fishman Island was first mentioned. He was Arlong's captain before Arlong went loose. They meet him in Impel Down. He's an ally of the Whitebeards. He helps fight with Luffy. He literally saves Luffy's life. He's, like, kind of the guy who guided Luffy to, like, be healed after his flashback and remember that he still had a crew. All relevant things, all mentor-type roles, and kind of all of them make him too fucking good. And he shouldn't be in the Straw Hats because he's too good. He cucks the other members of the crew except Luffy because he's literally better than all of them. And he shouldn't be in the crew.
Like a dearth of Jinbei with a stupid thing about him. He's not stupid enough.
Like, he's smiling. Like, I like that. He smiled.
He's
cool.
He's smiling like it's, you know, it's one of those things we've mentioned before where, like, everyone, you know, he's too big for I'm trying to think of
he's the tallest member of the crew now. Ways. He's bigger than Brook. He's taller than Brook. He's cucked Brook in height. That's fucked up, man. Although Frankie might have done that too, though I don't think so. He's too big in every sense of the word.
I think it's just this is a
doesn't feel right.
Indicative of a different era of One Piece. This is how characters join the crew now. Is that they, since Luffy's such a big deal, to join the crew, you can't really do it by just being pretty cool, because then you'd be like an ally or something in a grand fleet that is now a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So to join the crew, you have to be exceptional. And
one of the Jinbei has been
is like, whoa.
You know what? Okay, here's the thing. Like, look, Jinbei's in the crew. I got to accept that. Frankly, Oda, you get one. You get one really experienced character who, like, is kind of dwarf some of the other members. You get exactly one of those, Oda, and everyone else needs to be in the crew. Like, I despite everything I've said, like, I think those things, I have come to terms with the fact that Jinbei is in the crew. It feels weird, but I'm going to get over that.
I just want to see
Yeah.
Moments of downtime before this series ends where Jinbei is interacting with the crew in some small way.
We get less and less of those as the time goes on.
We do get less and less. That's why I'm not worrying, but like it would be really nice if there's like an exchange between Zoro and Jinbei, like Zoro being annoyed that Jinbei has the biggest bounty, and he's like, I'll cut you into sushi, like some sort of like
that'd be good.
Character interactions beyond just Luffy liking Jinbei.
Yeah,
he
I
doesn't
totally
really
agree.
interact with any of the others in any meaningful way yet, and hopefully this will change now that he's got his official status. He's here. He's alive.
Yeah. Yep.
I hope next chapter he's going to like explain in brief like how he survived, at least something.
I'm sure we'll get some backstory about that. And I hope it's not some retarded bullshit. Like, first of all, how the fuck did I know how Jinbei survived. Like, the Big Mom, like, when he's tried to leave the crew, they, like, spun the wheel, and he, like, they didn't really show this, but it's implied that he showed no fear, which is why Big Mom was not able to, like, steal his life energy or whatever. So, okay, I mean, I would have put that on screen, personally. I don't know why Oda kind of did it. I guess for mystique? Jinbei's had too much mystique. Okay, but finally he's here, and it's time to, actually get down to what the fuck's going on. I gotta say, it rubs me wrong that someone's just joined the crew and co-opted Zoro's bounty. He's just got, like, a bigger bounty. Zoro's is only, like, 300 million or something.
I definitely hope that after this, Zoro gets such a big fight that he goes above.
Oh my
Jinbei.
God, yes, Oda! If you do that, that'll make me feel so much better.
I don't really care about like bounty stuff, like neither of us do. But
yeah,
it's like you can't hide from it completely. It is kind of cool to see number go big.
Neither of us are bounty fags by any stretch of the word or any stretch of the imagination. But it is a what's the word? Like a I don't know. There is a statement made when somebody is higher than someone else in bounty. Yeah, and we've seen the characters argue about it specifically, so of course it matters to us at least a little bit. Zoro and Sanji fought about it.
I really like
the
the Zoro and Sanji thing. That Sanji's always pissed off that he's third place.
Though he did surpass him for a while.
A little while.
Wait, no, Sanji surpassed him right now. Am I wrong about? Let me see. Sanji.
Well,
bounty.
He did have the whole cake thing, so maybe I can't remember myself.
Okay, no. There was a time where Sanji surpassed, but right now Zoro is higher. Sanji has 177 million. Zoro bounty. Is that shit true? Zoro's is 320 million. Jeez, when did that happen? Okay, I don't know. Maybe after Dressrosa that happened. All right, you smart aleck fucko buckos. I thought there might have been something fishy about those numbers, so I went and did the AA check. And yeah, after Dressrosa, Sanji's bounty was actually 177 million. Fucking Google fucked me, man. After Dressrosa, Zoro's bounty was 320 million berries. And what I was thinking of was after Whole Cake Island, Sanji's bounty got boosted up to 330 million, 10 million more than Zoro. Lol, cucked. Okay, those are the correct facts. Die. Okay, well, no matter. Here's Sanji. You got to get used to it. I will as well.
Jinbei. You're messing up simple names
Whoops.
now.
You know what I'm saying, god damn it. It's Jinbei. He's in the crew. He's the helmsman. I don't even object to, whatever. I like a helmsman. There are many things, because I don't want to act like I'm ignorant of how much time and influence Jinbei has had with Luffy, like, throughout the arc. There was Fishman Island, Dressrosa, or not Dressrosa, Fishman Island, fucking the Arlong connection with Nami, the Impel Down, Marineford, all that's healing, helping Luffy get over its shit. That all good, and Whole Cake Island, obviously, all good stuff. But just feels a little odd. But I guess that's because he was a fucking Shichibukai. He's a big deal.
Although
so,
Law
all right,
was
next
a
chapter.
Shichibukai for a little while there.
Yeah, he was. But he was never in the crew. He was just like, he was the leader of an allied crew, which is exactly
that's not my
what I would
point.
want.
My point is, like, Law being a Shichibukai sort of makes a Shichibukai being in the crew less of a big deal.
Well, that's true.
Not
the other thing I was
that
going to say,
all Shichibukai are, like, equals in terms of clout or whatever, but I don't know.
Right.
So there's something about that.
You're right, and it's true that now that One Piece has progressed and things have changed, like, Luffy's considered, like, it's not accurate, but the fact that Luffy is thought of as, like, perhaps equal to one of the Yonko,
the Golko,
like, you know, by the Golko, right? Like, that does make me feel way better about Jinbei joining. Like, he's not been eclipsed by a member of his crew. So Luffy, I'm comfortable with. I think that Luffy now is stronger than Jinbei with, like, Gear 4th and, like, all those things. I think he could kick his ass. So I feel, like, good. That, honestly, if that wasn't the case, I would not like it. It would make me uncomfortable. But I do think he's stronger now that he's learned a bunch of shit. But the fact that he's stronger than, like, everyone else in the crew, that's a little funny. It's a little funny to me. I don't know. I really hope Zoro surpasses him.
Bounties and stuff aside, like, I think that this late in the game, having a really strong person join the crew is a good thing for the whole Yonko war and the Pirate King thing. He would need, he's got the Grand Fleet, but, you know, someone like Jinbei joining the main crew, as in, like, being there the whole time, is going to be good. Just for making it more realistic that he could become the Pirate King, if you know what I mean.
Sure. And you know, sure, Jinbei's name was mentioned, but let's not forget, the first time Jinbei was on screen was Impel Down, later than any of the crew who have joined. So, like, relative to most people reading One Piece, that was an eternity ago. That's all fair to say. But it was fairly recently in terms of, compared to the rest of the crew and stuff. Okay, anyway, Jinbei's here. We're going to get a flashback about how he survived, I'm sure.
I don't know whether it'll be a flashback. It might be just
I don't mean a flashback. I just mean it'll, I'm sure that it'll be mentioned at some point.
Katakuri came and he sacrificed his life to save me.
I would not be, Katakuri should have been fucking passed the fuck out during that probably. But I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty cool if Katakuri was involved in some way. I mean, it's notable he was not on the ship. Probably like he was, like, still recovering or something. So I would not mind hearing about best character sometime soon. We'll see.
What if Katakuri
all right, well, that's
joins and then eclipses Jinbei?
Oh, I mean, that would... I like Katakuri more than fucking Jinbei by a country fucking mile. How could you not? I mean, what's Jinbei's internal struggle? Oh, I'm a fish man, and, like, that's, like, fucked up and shit. Arlong and Hody Jones are, like, better fishman characters than Jinbei. Like, literally, Fisher Tiger is 1,000 times more interesting a character than Jinbei. That's the weird thing about Jinbei. He was just one of the fishman guys, and then he just was strong. That's, like, his whole personality. And then he's like a reliable, fatherly kind of figure. That's his entire personality.
I feel like his decision to join Luffy's crew as opposed to being the captain of the Sun Pirates sort of goes away to explain that Jinbei doesn't see himself as a big deal because he's not really. But he's...
That's true, he's not. He's really not.
So I don't know. All things considered, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Right. I am getting cool with it as time goes on. Look, the more time we spend, this is the thing. Like, the reason that you and I feel any level of discomfort is because there haven't been, like, naturalistic, like a lot of them, like, friendship building times. It's been all, like, fighting is when Jinbei's been around. The more we get of those, the better it's gonna feel. So just put in more Oda, and I will be fine. So, we'll see what happens. Now, they're about to head into fucking war, so not exactly the greatest time for, like, friendship building or whatever.
No.
It's basically, like, pre-Marineford shit.
Who do you think he will fight? Do you think he'll fight Queen or something?
I mean, maybe Kanjuro, because he's got water powers, which would be very useful. But, I don't know. I don't really... I mean, we can't ignore that Jinbei's a fucking Shichibukai probably like relatively on par or maybe a little bit below like some of the commanders of Kaido's crew. So he could fight Queen. He could fight King. I mean, King's a fireman. He's a waterman. He's got advantages. I don't know. He could cuck any devil fruit user. Just put Kaido underwater, Jinbei. Just do that, and you win. Battle over. I don't know. I can't even speculate. I think that Jinbei won't get like a big one-on-one battle or anything. Because I expect very few characters to get that sort of treatment in the kind of stage of One Piece that we're in now. I think Luffy and Zoro, honestly, at most. And then maybe Kinemon to like represent like the samurai guys. And then I think everything else will be kind of clips between fights as like a big war is going on or something. That's my expectation, but I guess we'll see. And maybe Jinbei will get a really cool fight that'll make me love him intensely. I can almost guarantee that won't happen, but
yeah,
we'll see.
I think
we'll see.
Like in terms of fights he's had, it's only always been against fodder. He hasn't had like a battle where he ended up being like really fucked up and bleeding.
He fought Gecko Moria, but he easily trounced... See, that's the other thing. Jinbei is in every fight either has fought fodder or, like, trounced the guy he's fighting. Or, in the case of, like, Akainu, that wasn't a real fight. He just, like, he saved Luffy's life. So it's been him being really cool pretty much every time, or just, like, overwhelmingly powerful. We've never seen, like, struggle for a victory the way we have with, like, all the characters you kind of like. That's probably another factor of why Jinbei doesn't feel, like, naturalistic. Like, Brook's first fight, when he got into the crew, he got beat the fuck up by Ryuma. And it made us, like, care about, like, you felt the struggle and the tribulations. Jinbei, really, he hasn't really had to work very hard. Like, against Big Mom, he just, like, easily, off-screen, dealt with Big Mom's, like, scare-to-death tactics. He survived the fight off-screen. He, you know... defeated fodder. He defeated Gecko Moria easily because he had the perfect power for it, etc., etc. So, like, these are just the elements that we need more of for Jinbei to feel more appropriate as a Straw Hat member. So, just my recommendation, Oda. Give us some more of that stuff.
All right.
Welcome to the crew, Jinbei. There's your initiation.
We had a color page spread, double page color, and he's not on there yet.
He's not in it.
But maybe next time.
I was going to say, because Jinbei joins, I guess, kind of at the end of the chapter. Oh, actually, because, like, Brook isn't there either, so not all the Straw Hats are actually on there.
Yeah.
Robin's not there. But we need to start seeing cover pages with Jinbei on there, okay? Oda, all right? It's time. Now that this has happened, you got no more excuses. It'll officially be mind-bogglingly weird if you don't start including him from here on. But he probably will, so that'll be that. All right, that's it. You heard it. You heard the deal. We'll be back next week, I think, with another chapter. It doesn't say no chapter, so let's assume there will be one.
Yep.
Patreon.com/thepodcastpirates, everybody. Give us money to support the show. Join the chat. Link down below in the Discord. Don't be a filthy white. Be a heroic colored. And be a member of the crew. We will respect you and love you. What else? Oh, follow us on Twitter at Podcast Ahoy. Again, link in the description for updates, chapter releases, etc., etc. And that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. Thanks for being here. Jinbei, die. Law, go away. It's welcome to the crew. Fuck you. All right, we'll see you next week, hopefully, everybody. See you then. Bye.
Bye.